When I first started my business, I felt just like Tanjiro in the first episode of Demon Slayer. Totally unprepared, staring down challenges I didn't even see coming, and honestly, wondering if I had what it took to survive. Now, if you've never seen Demon Slayer, don't worry. I'm gonna explain it in a way that makes total sense. It's about a young man named Tanjiro who goes through a huge tragedy, and because of that, he chooses to fight demons to protect what matters to him. Along the way, he trains, he learns, and he builds a team, and every challenge he faces makes him stronger. When I think about it, that's exactly what starting and growing a business feels like. Every mistake, every event, every success, it's all a battle that levels you up. And today, I'm gonna show you how Tanjiro's journey mirrors your journey as an entrepreneur and how these lessons can help build a business you love instead of one that drains you. I've always been the kind of person who looks for lessons everywhere, whether it's a movie, a conversation with a friend, a book, or even an anime. I'm constantly asking myself, what can I take away from this? And Demon Slayer is one of those shows where I can't help but see business parallels everywhere. It's not just entertaining, it's a reminder that every obstacle is an opportunity to grow. When I first started my business, I didn't realize how much this mindset would matter. But the truth is, if you can train yourself to look for lessons in everyday life, you'll start seeing solutions everywhere. Solutions to your problems in your systems, in your marketing, and in your client relationships. That perspective is one of the most powerful tools you can have as a business owner. Lesson number 1, your why equals Tanjiro's motivation. In Demon Slayer, Tanjiro's entire journey is driven by one thing, the tragedy of losing his family and his determination to protect what remains. That's his fuel. In business, you need the same kind of fuel. What's your why? For some people, it might be creating financial freedom. For others, it's leaving a job they dislike. For me, it was building something that gave me more time with my family, creating an impact, and eventually walking out my calling by being able to help people like you who are just starting out on your business journey. And here's what I've learned. The bigger and more personal your why, the more unstoppable you become. Because when the days get hard, and trust me, they absolutely will, that why is what keeps you showing up. It's what pushes you to figure things out when most people would just quit. Without it, you'll burn out fast. But with it, you'll outlast the obstacles and your competition. Lesson number 2, the first demon equals your first big challenge. Think back to Tanjiro's first demon encounter. He was not ready. He didn't have the training, the tools, or even the confidence, but he jumped in anyway because he had no choice. That's exactly what your first big business challenge feels like. Maybe it was taking the plunge to purchase your equipment, or maybe your first sale, talking to your first client, or doing your first event. Those technical issues, client complaints, or something that went wrong that you didn't plan for. And in that moment, you're overwhelmed. But here's the thing, you survived. And just the fact that you came out on the other side, even if it was messy, means you're capable of so much more. The first fight proves that you belong here. And it's usually that moment where people either give up or decide they're going to keep fighting. If you keep fighting, you're already on your way to leveling up. All right, lesson number 3, training equals learning the business. Before Tanjiro could face real battles, he spent months training with Urodaki, building his strength, his breathing techniques, and his discipline. The training was not glamorous, but it's what prepared him for the bigger fights. In your business, training is the phase most people either skip or do halfway. And that's why so many business owners, even after just 1, 2, or 3 years, still struggle to get consistent bookings or just throw in the towel. Training looks like more than just learning how to set up your booth. It's learning about contracts, pricing, marketing, and building the systems that keep your business running smoothly without you having to fight fires every week. And here's the good news, you don't have to train alone. That's why I created videos like this and why I put together free downloadable resources for you. There are tools to help you shorten the learning curve and avoid the mistakes that keep most business owners stuck. If you're serious about leveling up, make it a part of your training to not just watch my videos, but to actually download those resources and implement them as soon as you get them. Training is how you go from surviving day by day to scaling a business that actually works for you. Lesson number 4, your custom sword is your custom experience. In Demon Slayer, every fighter gets a custom-made sword. It's their personal weapon, forged to match their style. No two are exactly the same, because every Slayer has their own way of fighting. In your photo booth business, your sword isn't just the gear, it's the experience you deliver. Yes, the booth, the camera, the lighting, and the software all matter. But what really sets you apart is the personal touch and the way you design that experience for your clients. Some owners give a luxury experience. Some focus on fun and high energy. Some make it sleek and modern. Some really target branding opportunities. The point is, your photo booth experience should feel like you. When people hire you, they're not just hiring a machine. They're hiring the vibe, the creativity, and the attention to detail that only you can bring. So sharpen your sword. Craft an experience that's memorable, professional, and uniquely yours, because that's what makes clients remember you and want to book you again and again. Lesson number 5, allies and mentors equals building your team and finding your Hashira. Tanjiro doesn't fight alone. He has Nezuko, Zenitsu, and Inosuke, each one bringing different strengths to the team. And the same is true in business. You can't do this alone forever. Neither do I recommend it. At first, you might be setting up, running events, editing, and answering emails yourself. But over time, that's not sustainable. You need allies, attendees you can trust to handle events, people to help you manage clients and leads, other business owners that can partner with you or perhaps white label with your company, mentors who can guide you, and a community of other owners who understand what you're going through. Now here's where it really gets interesting. Because in Demon Slayer, it's not just about having a team. There are also the elite Demon Slayers, the one at the very top who have mastered their craft. For Tanjiro, the Hashira are proof of what's possible, and they stretch his vision of what he can become. In business, you need your own version of the Hashira. People you look up to, people who've already been where you want to go, and people you can learn from. That's why I share my journey here and why I create resources for you. Because me, along with other business mentors, we're like your Hashira. We fought the battles, made the mistakes, and learned what it takes to grow. But here's the thing, you don't just watch them from a distance. You learn from them. You model their discipline, and you let them pull you up higher. If you constantly seek out people you want to be like and learn from their systems and strategies, you'll grow beyond your own limits. Lesson number 6, stronger demons equals bigger obstacles. As Tanjiro grows, the demons get stronger, smarter, and more dangerous. And in business, it's exactly the same. In the beginning, the problems are all small. How do you set this up? How do you run that event? But once you've been in it for a while, the demons change. Now it's things like, how do I get more bookings? How do I compete with lower price competition? How do I stop from burning out? And this is where most people either plateau or quit. But here's the secret. Every obstacle you face is an opportunity to build a system. If your marketing is your demon, build a marketing system that works for you. If your client communication is your demon, build an email automation that handles it. Systems are what stop you from fighting the same battles over and over. And once you start building them, that's when you start scaling your business. Starting and growing a business is like being in Demon Slayer. It's tough, it's unpredictable, and it will definitely push you to your limits. But every time you overcome a challenge, you grow stronger, more skilled, and more confident. The difference between staying stuck and moving forward isn't just about fighting harder. It's learning smarter and building systems that make the battles easier. And here's the real secret to scaling. You can't do it alone. You scale by committing to your training, learning from mentors who've already fought the battles you're facing, and building a team to fight alongside you so you're not carrying the whole load yourself. And that's how you build a business you love instead of one that burns you out. So don't give up. You're on your own hero's journey, and I'm here with you, my friend. If you're ready to keep slaying demons in your business, hit that subscribe button, check out my free resources down below, and let's keep building together.